Hey everybody, today we're going through Oklahoma City, stuff like that. I want to take this opportunity to thank, I had someone to subscribe to my channel the night before last. I think it was Sunday night. Yeah, it was Sunday night, I think. I want to thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. When you guys subscribe to my channel, that tells me that y'all really like what I'm doing. Either that or y'all getting a great laugh out of it or something. But at any rate, it's entertaining at one point or another. Stuff like that. Let me show y'all a little bit what we're looking at here. There's some big old airplanes right there. I'm not sure what that is. U.S. Air Force. Like some of the retired planes there. Right here in Oklahoma City. That's pretty cool, right? Some sort of a airport hangar or something or another, FedEx, stuff like that. That's kind of what we're looking at here in Oklahoma City. Thing back on the deal there. Yeah, we're just going down the road. Got a pickup over in Arkansas, so they're deadheading me over there, and they blessed me with like a 5-stop Texas load, so I'll be playing around with that for like 4 or 5 days. That's a little bit of exaggeration, but you can probably hear the sarcasm in my voice. At any rate, we're going to do one today, just because, no reason for it. You're getting that left lane, this right lane is bumpy, but yeah, we'll do this one here and see what y'all think of it. It's kind of, I like the sad ones, kind of, like I say, the ones that tell a story. My girlfriend left, my dog died, someone stole my scarecrow out of the field type thing. I love that. I just do. I don't know why. Songs about hurt and pain and stuff like that. People can relate to. So we'll do this one. Sorry about the shake and the bumpy. It's just a really bumpy road here. Maybe it'll smooth out here in a few minutes. Yield this motorcycle getting on here, give that old boy plenty of room. I always try to be courteous to these drivers out here. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how big you are. I don't care if you're male or female. I don't care if you drive for Swift, JB Hunt. I don't care if you drive a large unit with chicken lines and chrome and all that. I don't care who you are, what you are. You gotta keep things safe out here. You gotta be courteous to others. I'm courteous to everybody. Like that lady, there was a black lady that I loaded out of yesterday over at Kimberly Clark. I don't know, she looked like, had kind of a sour look on her face, and I got to talking to her, and by the time I left the office, she was laughing hysterically. That's what I like to do. I like to leave an impact on people, stuff like that. I'm pretty funny. I tell, kind of stupid jokes and stuff like that. That's like that one I heard the other day. They said, y'all heard about Willie Nelson? And I said, no, sir, I sure didn't. He said, well, Willie Nelson got in an accident this morning. And I thought he was serious, but he was telling a joke. They said, yeah, Willie Nelson got in an accident this morning. He was singing on the road again. I'm like, oh, lovely. That's exactly what I do. But at any rate, just stupid jokes like that, kind of get a smile out of somebody, and, that's what I enjoy doing. I really do. I like to have an impact on people, less fortunate, stuff like that. That's like, I really like to see the underdog do good type thing. It's like some of your country artists, like Alan Jackson, for instance. Alan Jackson, the story was told that he drove a forklift for Kmart. I think him and his wife had tried to submit some of his songs or something to Nashville. He was trying to be heard, and they turned him away several times. Told him he was too country. Look what a big star he is. If there's not a more deserving fellow than that, I don't know what. Couldn't think of a more deserving guy to make it big than Alan Jackson. Down home, country roots, real nice guy. Stuff like that. You know, he strikes me as being the kind of guy who's quiet when you speak to him type thing, stuff like that. But just a real nice guy. Couldn't think of a better guy to make it big than Alan Jackson. Some of these other guys who are doing good things like Kenny Chesney, Brad Paisley. Brad just talked Alabama into going out on tour. What a great thing that was. Brad Paisley, in my mind, is probably him and Kenny Chesney. About 10 other ones in my mind are the biggest ones there are. Brad Paisley with that Kung Pao Buckaroo at the end of his CDs. If you guys ain't heard that, go buy a Brad Paisley CD and check that out. That's awesome entertainment. It really is. It's not singing. They do this little skit toward the end of the CD, and it's called the Kung Pao Buckaroos, and they kind of tell those stories. Dolly Parton's in there, and George Jones, and stuff like that. It's real entertaining. Kenny Chesney, East Tennessee boy, real nice guy from what I hear. Just I couldn't think of better people to make it big than those guys. I really can't. Stuff like that. It's kind of like winning the lottery. You don't want to hear about a millionaire winning the lottery. That's no fun. You want to hear about a guy who's just got his truck repossessed. He's working as hard as he can. They're cutting back hours at the factory. He's got 3 little kids at home and a wife, and he's doing what he can to make ends meet, to feed the family. That's the guy I want to hear about winning the lottery. That's the guy, because he's been down, he's been out, he's been there. He knows what it's like to go without, and he knows the value of a dollar. That sort of thing. But at any rate, I won't talk y'all's head off too much. Without further ado, we're going to do this one. I hope y'all enjoy it. Well, I opened my heart and I let you in. Promised I'd never love again. And I'm still doing what I said I'd do. Someday I might get over you. Wear my ring on a chain now instead of my hand, and I deal with your memories best I can. And I've even been out on a date or two. Someday I might get over you. Though I never thought I'd see it, but I think I see the light now. I know that what I have to do is get on with my life, but I can't fake another day. I can't face another night, so I just take another breath and let it go. If I could ever feel the way I felt, I'll take a chance with someone else. And if my heart takes chances too, someday I might get over you. Though I never thought I'd see it, but I think I see the light now. I know that what I have to do is get on with my life, but I can't fake another day, can't face another night, so I just take another breath and let it go. Well, I opened my heart and I let you in. Promised I'd never love again. Right now it's something I still can't do. Someday I might get over you. though it may not be till my life is through. Someday I might get over you. Anyway, I enjoy singing those ones like that. Like I say, the ones that really kind of tell a story, and you know, we've all been there. I mean, each and every one of us. If you tell me you've never been there, then you know, I'm wondering exactly what planet you come from. But you know, stuff like that. But yeah, just trying to make a buck going down the road here. Yeah, just doing the best I can with what I got. You know, stuff like that. It does get kind of aggravating out here. You know, these, like your bigger companies and stuff, they kindly, you know, anymore it's not about, you know, making sure a driver gets 3,000 plus miles a week. It's about covering that load to make sure they don't lose the account because the previous 10 drivers, you know, turned it down or whatever. You know, take for instance what happened last night. Marketing actually sent me the dispatch over to Qualcomm, which is our onboard computer. I don't never have to call in or nothing like that. Everything's done through this Qualcomm unit right here, and that's kind of a picture of it right there. It doesn't actually show up. Let me brighten a little bit there so y'all can see. That's the Qualcomm unit, and like I say, that's a system unavailable vehicle in motion. You know, to keep things safe out here, so people aren't on the computer pulling up directions and stuff like that. But marketing actually sent me the load last night, which is, you know, about near unheard of. They never ever do that unless it's really serious. And they told me that when I got to the consignee, which the consignee is the customer, the receiver of the load, they told me when I got there I could take my 10-hour break there. When they tell you stuff like that, and I sent a message back to them. I said, that don't sound too good. I told them, I said, please do not give me a load that you don't think I can deliver. And they said they've already contacted them. They've arranged for me to do my break there. I unload, because I got the load like, I don't know, 8 o'clock last night, 100 miles away. And yes, that is a favor. I don't care if you're a dispatcher watching this or a truck driver or whatever. Yes, 100 miles is a favor. You know, that paid me squat. I didn't make nothing off that, because by the time you factor in the actual miles, you know, even if I made 40 cents per mile, that's only 40 bucks, you know, to do 100 miles. Not to mention the fact that I'm in a dock at the shipper for 2 hours, and then I'm at the receiver for 2 hours. That's 4 hours. That's barely $10 an hour. I basically drove for free, if you really break it down like that. But yeah, the marketing actually sent the load to me. It was a favor. They said, we appreciate your help out, you know, on this. The previous 3 trucks turned it down. You know, I don't turn down freight because, well, you know, company drivers can be fired for it, you know, without a good reason. And I knew it was a bad deal when I started. I kind of knew what I was getting into. I really did. You know, I knew there was something about it that just wasn't right. And sure enough, I left 8 o'clock, went and loaded. About 10 o'clock, I was on my way. I got to Oklahoma City to deliver the load. Of course, they don't get there till 5 o'clock in the morning, which meant I was going to have to start my break and then wake up, you know, at 5 o'clock, unload the load, and then finish my breakout. And then I could have just held off to send my empty call until after my break, and that way there it would have showed a straight 10-hour uninterrupted break. And, you know, with that Qualcomm I just showed you, this particular company here is paperless logs, so that means that there is no cheating it. You know, DOT requires that if you drive, you got 14 hours once you start your day. If I start at 8 o'clock in the morning, then that means at 10 o'clock at night, I've got to be down. I got to shut down no matter if I drove 10 miles or 710 miles. I've got to shut down. That's the 14-hour rule. The 10-hour rule states that the 10-hour break states that I have to take a break after 11 hours of driving or 14 hours is up. I know it's kind of confusing. I'm not trying to get into all the legal mumbo jumbo, but at any rate, just to kind of let you know what's going on with that deal last night, kind of incorporate, a few little rules there so you can kind of understand what I'm saying. Some of you guys out there be like, well, you had to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning just to unload your poor baby. Well, no, it's not about the inconvenience of it. It's about showing a 10-hour break so that you can make yourself available to drive, because if we're just out here taking breaks and not utilizing ourselves, then we're not really doing much. But at any rate, I got there, and it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I took my paperwork inside. I checked in with the old boy in there, and he handed me a piece of paper that had directions on it. I said, what is this, sir? He said, well, this is directions to where you're going to take this load. And I said, that don't sound too good. He said, well, it might not be, but that's the way it's got to be. And I said, well, okay, I'll go message them, because legally I can't move that truck for another 6 hours. So I called dispatch, which I very rarely do. I called them up. I said, we got a situation. These boys here want me to deliver this load 20-something miles away to Oklahoma City, and on the other side of Oklahoma City, and I'll be in violation if this truck start driving. They told me just find a safe haven. So I found a safe haven, and I think about 10, 11 o'clock this morning, my brake was actually up. And lo and behold, since I was in violation, the company hadn't violated me yet. I hadn't seen any, my light hadn't flashed on the Qualcomm. They probably won't, when it's my fault, they'll violate me. When it's their fault, we'll peek and tweak this, we'll get it done, stuff like that. So, yeah, that whole deal was a bad thing. They actually sent me a thing thanking me for last night, thanking me for covering the load, and I sent them one back. I said, well, you can thank me by giving me a big load heading out west with some big miles on it. So now, instead of thanking me that way, we're on our way up here to Arkansas, which is 100-something miles away, delivering a 400-something mile, 5-stop, take me 10 years to deliver load here. So, at any rate, I felt like doing a song. Got to hear a little story there, and got to see some airplanes. I hope the airplanes turned out all right on the video. The resolution on the phone isn't very good, from a long distance and stuff like that. I hope that kind of shows up there so y'all can kind of see what I see out here, and stuff like that. So it's like 3:08 in the afternoon, and so I'm just able to enjoy my first cup of coffee. So I'm gonna get back to that, stuff like that. So until next time. As always, same bat place, same bat channel. Catch me later.